85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
You're listening to Steal This Idea, the only podcast with a lifetime ban at PetSmart.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandant, Lord Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Or someone like you to steal.
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Steal This Idea.
Hello again, thieves. It's back. We're back.
It's back.
It's back.
It's back.
It's Scott and Andre here. Steal This Idea. He's got a little cocky swagger to him.
Definitely.
He's pretty confident that his idea this week is going to be
One of the best. I said that in the last podcast. I still mean it. One of the best.
I think his verbiage last time was the best idea of this podcast.
I will say, though, to counter the feeling super cocky sentiment, for some reason, like as soon as Scott hit record, I all of a sudden felt like I don't even know how to do the podcast anymore. Like it's always been really natural, but all of a sudden it's like, wait, how do I do this again?
When it's your turn to present, there's a little bit of pressure there.
No, it just changes the whole concept.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We're excited. Hopefully, you've enjoyed our podcast so far. A top of the hour, just a friendly reminder. If you haven't given us a rating on iTunes or Spotify, we'd love, ideally 5-star. But, maybe you don't think it's totally great. Maybe just skip out on that review.
Send us an email. If you have a genuine complaint, please bring it to the desk first.
We did get one genuine complaint, which is our show notes have been less than ideal.
Yes. We consistently say that stuff's going to be down there, and it never is. But we're getting better.
Yeah, so we have I've made a backlog of some links, and hopefully moving forward, we'll get better and better and better, so we'll have good show notes. But yeah, Andre's got the idea for us today, and I think it's before we get into that, Andre, I think it's time for good idea, bad idea.
My favorite.
And I think I'll have you kick us off here.
All right, so this I saw on, embarrassingly enough, TikTok last night.
Is this Lovebox?
Lovebox. And it basically, Lovebox send personalized gratitude, and it's a little heart on a box, and the heart spins around really fast when there's a message in there. And then you open it, and then it's kind of like a little screen that then says, like, thinking of you, love you so much. A boyfriend and a girlfriend that live in different cities might have one and use it to send these cute little messages that I think what's fun about it is that it has a physical component.
Sure.
Where there's like the Apple Watch that just like vibrates. If you play the video, the little heart like spins rapidly when there's a note in there.
Yeah. So this is about the size of a grapefruit, maybe.
Sure.
But like a wooden box with it's like a small, like a candle maybe. And the heart, strangely, is like a pixel heart. I don't really know.
It's not a super cohesive beaming.
Yeah. So I think that's a strange touch. I would have just had something regular. Maybe that played better in testing. And then, it looks like there's some sort of screen on top. I don't love that you have to plug it in.
Otherwise, how's it gonna...
I would almost rather...
Yeah. I do think it's cute, though. I don't necessarily hate it. They had an app like this I used when we were dating... or when we were engaged, called Avocado, which is like a couples app. You like share grocery lists and you could send kisses back and forth to each other. And you used it every once in a while. And there's something kind of cute about that. And this really just is that next level of it's a thing on your desk. Yeah. When they're thinking about you, it spins and totally.
You open it up, it says, "Oh."
I think if we had this, we would use it mostly to play pranks on each
other.
Ironically. Yes, mostly exactly ironically. It's like you open it up and then several swear words are on the screen.
I don't hate the idea of, this is very much like it's Lovebox. That's the name of the company. But something like, it's some sort of communication box that you could send funny stuff, like you sending a funny meme or sending some, just like, hey, screw you. Like,
exactly.
I think that'd be
it's moderately cute. It's kind of funny.
What's the pricing on
this? It's $90, which is a little steep for a box that displays love you so much, basically.
Something that your phone could get also.
But it would look okay on a shelf. It's not like the worst decor item.
That's true. 20,000 units sold.
So they're onto something.
What I think it's funny about this is like it has a picture of it on like a shelf with like plants and a license plate. Like, look, you just put it up on your shelf. It's like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, because then you
like,
have to take it down.
Yeah, take that.
And, like look at it.
It's plugged in. That's like a weird.
Yeah.
If this seems like it would have to be on like a desk that you do work on.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there's something there, but mostly
something there.
I lean towards bad idea.
I'm definitely not like putting it in the cart live on the podcast.
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, if this was an e-reader and it lasted for 2 weeks and you didn't have to plug it in, I would be a little more compelled.
Yeah.
Okay, my first one here is Gent Sense. Now, as I sent you this link,
the name. Got to get out there. Got to get in front of it. Interesting product. So it's an air freshener that you like clip into your dashboard.
Yeah, it looks like where you'd put your garage opener. You would like clip in this Gent Sense. It looks like the size of a bar of soap, maybe half as thick. And it looks handsome.
It looks very handsome, and they have great scents like sandalwood and teak and tobacco and musk and orange spice. I just hate that it's called Gent Sense. I just really don't like that.
Do you like that it's targeted towards men?
I don't like that it's targeted towards men because why does it need to be?
Yeah, I don't know because I know
it's one of those like needlessly gendered products.
Sure,
which I really don't like.
And I guess I get it because we live in an age where gendered products are far and away the most popular products these days.
Yeah,
that like it's like easy cash money to like a razor club or like
exactly
whatever. So I get it. But yeah, I would agree. It's like this. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like, oh, well, I got to get my leather smell in my car. Like
it's also worth noting that it's a membership concept. So it's like you subscribe and they send you one every month. Which I'm a little bit like it's an air freshener. I'm not super into that kind of idea.
Yeah.
It's also, I mean, they're $8 and I don't know how much an air freshener usually costs.
I mean, I think $3 is probably the going rate.
Yeah, I was $3 for a pack of 3. I think
I was in a situation. I'd bought an air freshener probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah,
and I now have kids who have stinky diapers.
Yeah,
and sometimes you're in a place where you change a diaper and like you just leave it in your car because like that's what you do. And I was in a situation where
what you do? Because that sounds disgusting.
Well, like if you change it.
No, I understand the circumstance. I just hate the idea.
Yeah, of course. Well, I hate it too. But like, what do you know how much you're going to leave it on the ground? There's no garbage or whatever.
You should just leave it on the ground.
Just let it decompose.
This is the world now.
Just huck it in someone's yard as I'm driving. Yeah, so I got in my car window. I was like, this smells like children are in this van. This is a problem. So I went to Home Depot and I was like getting some other stuff. And I was like desperately looking for a air freshener. And so I bought one. And I was like, this is a mistake. This is like the one I got.
Didn't like it?
No, it was like this like black ice, like way too.
I love black ice.
It was like way too powerful for me. Yeah. Like, I don't know. So I don't hate the idea of like something that's like a little more, hey, this is more like a candle. These seem like mature scents.
I will say that when I buy an air freshener, the smell is almost like dizzying.
Yeah.
The first couple of days. And this feels like because I think it's basically just a hunk of wood that they soak in like an essential oil and then it emanates like for a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, does it work as well as an air freshener? But in theory, it definitely looks better. It definitely has better scents. $8 doesn't strike me as out of the realm of possibility for a monthly air freshener. So I'm not
unless it only lasts for 2 weeks, and then I'm like,
which I'm a little bit suspect of because you'd think that this concept of like a wood block would be more common if it could hold the scent as well. Yeah. I have a feeling that air freshener technology has reached its peak in the form of like the trees. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say okay idea. I think you're right. Gent Sense, it's
just don't call it Gent Sense. I just don't like that.
Yeah,
gotta be real. I just don't like that.
And I do like the aesthetic. Price point's a little much. Yeah, I would rather like a quarterly. Mm-hmm. If this was a quarterly subscription, I could get on board. But a monthly subscription, I would have stacks of these and be like, this one still smells fine.
Unless they don't work.
Yeah, and then I would cancel.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, my next one here is Wax RX. Now, the picture, when you click the website, looks a little jarring to me.
Where do you find these weird like ENT products? This is very strange.
This is what's marketed to me on Instagram. I don't understand.
It's an age thing, I think.
I guess. Yeah, I'm pushing 31. So So the ad on Instagram was like, don't you know, Q-tips are damaging for your ears? Which, sidebar for a second. What the freak are Q-tips even for if they're not for your ears? Like, how on earth does everyone use Q-tips? And on the box, it's like, by the way, don't stick these in your ears. How is that a thing? Like, not people aren't buying.
I don't know. I think, but we've all known. I mean, I've known my entire life that you shouldn't use a Q-tip in your ear. And to be honest, I don't. Like, I think that I get pretty stressed out about doing things that are not medically recommended. But as a result,
your ears are just disgusting.
I don't think they're disgusting, but I do wonder.
Keeps you up at night.
Yeah.
Are people judging me?
People judging my ears.
You're looking at the side of my head. I just jolt my head really quickly. I knew a guy when I was growing up, one of my friends, his dad was using a Q-tip as he went on the stairs and he tripped and it jammed in his ear canal and so he went deaf in one ear.
All right. So these stories, that will be the story that makes sure that I never use a Q-tip ever again.
Anyway, so Wax RX, what this is imagine a bottle of Windex, but the head extends a little bit. And then also there's like a small little handheld bucket that you like. It literally looks like you're like spraying a solution into your ear and catching the goop as it catches in this bucket.
Disgusting.
Like, this just seems insane to me.
It is insane. And also, I've said this 3, 5, 100 times on the podcast at this point. I'm just so tired of like medical devices. I just think, because I'm looking at this, I'm like, I'm not convinced that it's safe. I'm not convinced that it works. I'm not convinced of anything to do with this product, except if I was desperate, if I had no other solution for earwax, I might turn to something like this.
If I had ear cancer and they're like, you need to take better care of your ears, I'm like, okay, what's the best thing I can get?
I'll do. But I look at this and it's just like, I don't think it works.
It's like 6 different items. It's the bottle, it's the bucket, it's the solution, it looks like some sort of conditioning powder, some sort of swabs. It's like a whole kit. And it's like, here are these videos, these people giving these customer testimonials like, oh, I just love Wax RX. Like,
yeah. How is that possible?
How about just give me the Q-tip? I'll take my chances.
Yeah, I will not be taking my chances after the story you just told, but I will take my chances with just kind of letting it be. You know, I figure like, were the cavemen concerned about earwax? Probably not.
Yeah,
just get your ears wet.
Caveman arguments when it comes to medical things, it's a little bit of a slippery slope there.
Saying, I think you can survive without. Also, a doctor can do this.
But they have Q-tips that are like, hey, this is like a medical, like this is something you can stick in your ear canal, that are like the way they're shaped. It's like it's not pushing stuff in. It's like scraping stuff out. Like those that exists.
Totally.
Anyway, I just think this is dumb and weird that it's marketed towards me.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next one here, Andre?
What is my next one here? It's the best one of all time.
Momentum or Get Sunday?
Oh. Let's do Momentum really quick.
Mementum.
And what's funny is so it's MEMENTUM, which looks like Mementum. And also I think that the product is so stupid that it's like kind of a little bit of a meme. But basically these are necklaces.
The next generation jewelry.
Oh yeah. And basically it's a necklace that you can hold up to your phone and it launches an app with like pictures on it. You following me at all? It's a really weird concept.
This is super weird.
So basically,
you like an NFC chip in this thing.
You get the necklace, you hold it up to your phone, you add like 10 pictures to the device, quote unquote, and then when anybody else holds the necklace up to their phone, they'll get the pictures. The challenge is, of course, one, that it's all in the cloud, of course, because that's the only way. I've thought about this a lot. The only way it could work. It's not physically transferring the pictures to the necklace. They're going to the cloud, which means it's like you give this to your significant other. You're like, oh, this is a really cool necklace that has these pictures. It's just first you got to download the app and then you got to log into the app. You just use Facebook login. It goes really fast. And then it's like, oh, hold this up. And then pictures will suddenly appear. It's just the most roundabout, stupid way. And it's just such a... Also, the necklace like has a really weird design.
Yeah, all these necklaces look weird.
It's just odd. So it's a weird product, and they've tried to do something creative.
These necklaces look like when you are in a store and there's like the gumball machines, and then there's those machines that have like janky jewelry.
Gumball machine.
Like it looks like one of those like, oh, there's like crap in this one that like there's a necklace and stuff. Like that's what it looks like. It looks bad. And also, needless. Who needs this?
Needless.
Is it that hard to open up your phone and be like, let's look at pictures of when I propose?
It's just so weird. And I mean, is she going to hold it up to her phone all the time? She's like, oh, I want to look at those pictures. I'm just going to connect my necklace to my phone.
I honestly
it's
think
just dumb.
So I honestly think the idea of putting an NFC chip in, say, something like a card, where it's like, hey, I sent you a card and I curated some memories.
But the part I can't get past is send you the card. Now simply download the app. Like, that's so dumb.
That is dumb. You would have to find a way where you could some like
a way that doesn't exist, basically.
Yeah. If there's any sort of app component, that's out. But if there was a way where it's like I could preload something and like you like, oh, interesting, and I scan a QR code or whatever, I guess.
Each necklace comes with 50 memories, so let your imagination run wild. I love that because like I said, the device itself doesn't hold the photos, so why put a cap on how many photos can be held in it? Just these people are crazy.
I'm sure they're like, and also it's only $6 a month for a cloud storage.
That's what I was gonna say. I was looking at the website trying to see if that was part of it. It doesn't. To be fair to Mementum's purpose, it doesn't seem like that's the case. But can you imagine if it's like, and now it's simply plug in your subscription membership?
I would not be surprised. Okay. This is trash. Big time thumbs down for me.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have one more? Or you want to move into your big idea?
We can do another one, or we can do my big idea.
Let's do your big idea. I want to save that third one for. I kind of like two each.
Okay. No, me too. If you don't like my next idea, we don't have to do it.
Screw your other idea, Andre. I want to be wowed now.
No.
Mementum just brought me down to a new low of crappy ideas.
I am prepared to wow you.
This is not...
What? How could you possibly be looking at the first slide and reacting so
Sorry, this is not what I thought it was going to... What
did you think I was...
Well, I don't even know. I just like...
You're like, this is not another project management software. And this is a project management software podcast.
Oh, didn't we talk about this?
We did. We had a really brief conversation, but I specifically was like, no. Yep. Stop.
Yep.
Podcast material.
Got it.
Why are you so surprised? Let's just walk back a little.
When I first saw it, I thought it said knitted.
And it also has kind of a knit-looking pattern on the
I was like, whoa, okay.
Whoa, out of left field.
I get it.
No. All right, so it's not knitted. It's kitted.
Kitted.
Clothing truly simplified. So picture this. You're Romeo Butters, one of our favorite gentlemen.
Man, that is a great stock.
Is that what he looks like to you, do you think?
I pictured him more as like a Texas big oil investor. Romeo Butters.
Romeo Butters. No, I get it. This is what
This is Romeo Butters.
Yes, exactly. It's a different version of him. And Romeo Butters, as we all know on the podcast.
Oh, actually, so this is Butters. So this is in England. Yes, Romeo Butters at your service. My great grandson, Romeo. He's in Texas. He sells oil futures.
Scott is nailing the impression of what the guy looks like, just to get that out there. Back on track.
Okay.
Romeo Butters, as we know, billionaire, philanthropist, investor. He does it all. He's really busy, of course. And I'm going to be honest with you. Romeo Butters has an eye for investing, but not really an eye for style, right?
Not too dissimilar from Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
From Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates. Not the most stylish
Not stylish people, but probably maybe would like to be in my vision. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of detail. Romeo has tried some of these subscription clothing boxes like Trunk Club and Stitch Fix and all of these huge companies.
Which, if you're unfamiliar, it's like I meet with like kind of a consultant, right?
And then you meet, but really you just complete a survey.
It's like I am a 32 waist and a large shirt, and I don't.
And then
wear
they just send you stuff. Exactly. And I
keep the things I like and I send back the things I don't.
Yes, which I'm going to get into why I hate that model. And I've done the same thing. Like I've experimented with every single service in that category and I didn't like them. And that's why I had this idea.
Okay.
So Romeo, he wants to dress well. He wants nice clothing. He doesn't like the subscription box concept. It's not what he wants. But he doesn't have an eye for taste. Like when he goes to Macy's or wherever you buy clothes these days, he can't put together something that looks good. He just doesn't know what goes together. So what Kitted isn't is another subscription box full of clothes that a quote unquote stylist picked out for you, or another e-commerce store which is full of a ton of different products of different styles and shapes that you're just trying to piece stuff together. Mm-hmm. It's neither of those things. What Kitted is a store full of high quality clothing sold only in complete outfits. And this is the key concept. And it's an easy way to buy clothing that actually looks good together without inputting the same data over and over again. So kind of what the model is, and on like slide 5, I have a picture of this guy and he's well dressed. And we say he's got great sunglasses on. He's got a really nice fitted button down shirt, a watch that looks good, a belt that looks good, and shoes that look good all together, one cohesive unit.
Now this is probably an ad for just his shoes, like on a normal website.
Exactly.
Right?
Totally.
But you're like, no. Like the shoes need to be with the whole thing.
No, I want the whole thing. Exactly. What I want to do is I want to see this picture of a guy that looks good, and I want to hit buy it now and get the whole thing, right? In my size without going through a million hoops. Like, because what I could do is I can look at this picture and I can go find a shirt that looks similar, pants that look similar, a belt and sunglasses, and I can say, okay, I think I have something close to this. I don't understand why I can't just see a picture and buy every part of it. In the modern economy,
where it is strange.
Everything can be sold online. Why can't I do that? So the model is you go to the site, you see a picture of somebody that's well dressed, and you buy the complete outfit, one price. You fill out a profile one time. You say, I wear a medium shirt. I wear this size pants. I wear a 10.5 shoe. I wear a medium sock, whatever the case is. And it just knows. And then you're buying complete outfits. I say, okay, I want to go. We're headed into fall right now. It's the second week of September.
Yep.
I got to buy 3 outfits for fall. I don't want to go piece together shirts and sweaters and pants and socks and like figure all this out and what's already in my closet. I just want to start fresh. 3 outfits. I put them all together. My vision is that you check out and they sell it to you like in something, like maybe like a shoebox type situation where I could even like keep it in my closet, like all together. It's like fall outfit 1.
There it is.
Fall outfit 2 right here. And my closet kind of is like conceived around outfits that go together instead of piecing stuff together. Because a lot of people don't like to do that. I hate doing that. I like wearing clothes. I like clothes. I like shopping for clothes. I hate like this and this and this and everything that goes together, and then accessories and like all this stuff on top of it. It's just like a real pain. And what's really shocking is, and I think a lot of listeners are probably thinking this, is you'd think this exists. Like with all these subscription box services, with all these, e-commerce clothing companies, there's a billion of them. That really doesn't exist. The closest thing that I could find is Buckle, which is this like really trashy, in my opinion, mall store.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know that's hard to say, but and maybe
all our listeners who wear Affliction jeans, I'm going to go ahead and apologize directly to you.
I don't like Buckle. All right, I think the store is kind of weird, but anyway, Buckle has something similar to this where it's like you can shop by outfit, but then and if you click the link, it's like it takes you to a page where it's like I got to add the pants to my cart and select a size. I got to add the jacket to my cart and select a size. I got to add the shoes. I got to add everything to my cart. I got to figure out all this stuff and then finally submit an order. I just want to grab full outfits in a system that already knows my size, so I'm not picking the same stuff over and over again.
If anything, you'd want the reverse. You'd want to say, I want this outfit, and then maybe you'd say, hey, you're about to buy this outfit. And you say, actually, I don't want the shoes.
I don't need the shoes.
And you take the shoes out. It's like, great, you get everything else.
Exactly. Kitted. You don't seem thrilled.
No.
To be real.
No, I think this is a really good idea.
Are you not stunned that it doesn't exist?
It is shocking.
I'm telling you, anybody who's listening, work on this in Google because you're going to put it in and you're going to get Stitch Fix that says like buy whole men's outfits, but that's not what Stitch Fix does. Like you answer a survey and they send you stuff and they recommend stuff for you, but it's not like, okay, here's an outfit, one click, buy it all. That's what I want. Here's a picture, buy it all.
And I think there are tons of men and women out there who, they they see someone and they're like, oh, that
looks great.
That looks great.
But it would be so hard for me to look like that. Like, I have to put all this stuff together.
I mean, I think some of the challenges you run into are similar, just like online shopping challenges. It's like, oh, it looks good on this guy who's 6'3" and perfectly chiseled. You know, like maybe I get in, so it looks like crap on me. So is it a similar, like I get the outfit and if it doesn't work, I just send it back type of thing? I mean,
yeah. I mean, I think any clothing company is going to offer at least that level of service. Where it's like, just send it back if you don't want it. And I think, you know, like all clothes, like we all generally know, oh, in Levi's, I wear this size, and this I wear another size. You know, Polo, I wear this, and this I wear this. But in a world where you can get to know the brand a little bit and figure out what your size is, then those issues go away. Right?
It would be interesting. One potential model where you could like find some success on this is, especially if you have kind of influencer model where it's like, I'm Bradley Cooper and I have here 6 outfits that I think look great.
Totally.
You know, and then it's like, oh yeah, I like his,
I like that too.
I like his style or this brand. Like you could have interesting channels. No, I love it. I'm trying to see if there's any holes. I don't know if I guess Kitted is I'm not totally sold on Kitted.
Everybody hates on my names. And I don't like my names either, but I kind of like Kitted.
It's not a bad name. It's just, I guess because Kitted could be a lot. It could be a meal kit. It could be lots of things. I just think there maybe is another.
Play with the name. Yeah. If you're trying to steal it, play with the name. But I really, really, really feel passionately that this is a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would pay a premium. Like I will pay X% over market to have something that's just put together in a box. And I really like the idea of a closet something.
Yeah. The other hard thing is that like what you're selling, for the most part, your average price point is probably like $100 to $200 because you're getting pants and a shirt and
totally
the whole thing,
or in excess of $200. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Depending on what you buy.
But that goes contrary to a lot of online shopping models, which is in some situations where it's like, oh, I'm getting this shirt for a really good deal or it's on sale. It's like,
I think your target market really is, in my opinion, kind of men, just because they're going to be a little more open to, they're a little easier to size for. They're going to be a little more open to buying complete kits of clothing. So I think it
the style, like me and my wife will go into H&M. She's like, it's not fair. Men, it's like a t-shirt is a t-shirt is a t-shirt. There's 2 necks. Like for women, it's like you got a swoop neck and you got a V-neck and you got a this and a cross stitch and that's they have like 1,000.
And they have preferences.
And it's like something that might work on one woman's body type doesn't work. Whereas like generally with men,
generally
it's like,
if you're a large, you're large.
Like, large is large.
Basic.
Anyone can wear V-necks.
So it's probably men, mostly men, young professionals. I think people that want to wear something nice to work. That have no idea how to get there.
Yeah. And what's nice too is it's like, you get 7 of these and it's like, hey, I've got my outfits. And then you go into the mix and match and then it's like, sure, like these things.
But I have good bones.
That'd be another interesting where you have like outfits and then you have kind of different like, hey, these pants also pair well in these outfits. So like if you get these 3 things, like you're actually getting 6 outfits, not 3, because like here are other ways to do. So that'd be an interesting way to like engineer that.
Totally. Well, I think like from a shopping cart perspective, it's like I add 5 outfits to my cart and it knows what's already in my cart, right? Oh, if he already has these pants, he already has this shirt.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Too, like it's gonna know what you have.
It's a solid idea. It's pretty. I came into this trying to be a little more critical, Andre, but I'm having a hard time being critical.
It's really, really hard to beat, I think.
So let's see. Romeo just wired me over $1 million for this.
Yep.
Of the $1 million, I think I'm gonna go with. I'd probably give you $800,000.
What does your other 200 go to? Do you have an idea in mind?
Well, I just
Box.
Love Box is getting the. No, I think you get to $200,000 because you're not getting as much volume. You're gonna have to like you have to sell. You're either selling well above what your cost per unit is. Right. Or it is you are truly selling something quality, and you have to get the volume high enough for it to work, So I think your biggest issues are going to be like sourcing good stuff, and piecing it all together and then setting it up. Which again, Stitch Fix is like a pretty good model of like they probably already have the bones of this type of company worked out. The difference being like instead of me piecing it together and just sending you a surprise, it's like no. Like
I have a suspicion, having again been on several subscription boxes, but haven't really used them in the last several years when they really became more developed.
Yeah.
But my suspicion was always like 5-4 Club, I want to say, is one that exists out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I got that for a couple of months, it felt like they weren't. It felt like they were working with like a warehouser that was taking like surplus clothes and then just like finding stuff that kind of worked around it. But ultimately, it felt like you were getting stuff that felt just kind of off in a way. And I have a feeling that those boxes have a way of making their margins work.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is rooted in like stuff that's surplus
like,
or oversold.
I'm a stylist. You will love these pants.
I love these 6 things that are convenient to us that you want. You know what I mean? And it's like,
maybe really there's like 1 or 2 things that are actually good, but like paired together with some kind of janky stuff. That, like,
they probably just like got, through whatever partnership or whatever business deal. And I kind of want this to be the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, nope, purely curated stuff that goes together. There's no games or gimmicks. You're buying it and you're seeing it first. There's no like, let us surprise you with what your stylist, quote unquote, thinks is good. Yeah,
I'm into it. Yeah, I that's 2 thumbs up. I think you would eventually get the full $1 million once the proof of model there.
Fine.
Here's the reason is like, I don't know, for some reason like this should exist.
I know. So is there a reason why?
Is there a reason why there's not? Like,
it's a good point.
Is it not as sexy for a reason? Like
I think that there probably are major conflicts around sizing and like, because my concept is it's so easy. You just hit add to cart and it knows your size and it grabs everything. The reality of the world is people wear different things in different sizes, and it just
because you have to get 4 sizes of everything, and it's just like, okay, like do you just have inventory sitting there? Is it kind of like a So there's some logistical stuff there that I think
there's some challenges.
But I think once you work that out, I think it's a rock solid. Yeah. I think this would be a pretty easy one if someone's like, oh, I'm looking for, I really love fashion and I'm looking for a business to start. I think you could start off pretty small in this.
With like 3 outfits.
Yeah.
And it's not a huge selection that you're just like, here are 3 things that I think look good together. Does anybody want to buy them together?
Yeah, especially if you're like just relatively fashion forward. You're like, this could work on anyone.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the Banana Republic model of like, hey, like you could be this mannequin. Like anybody could be this mannequin.
Yeah.
Anyway, I dig it. All right, Andre, we're going to close up here on a new segment called Is There Something There?
Is there something there?
Is there something there? Because I have these ideas a lot where something will, tickle across my cerebellum and I'll be like, it feels like there's something there.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
With something that I'm thinking, is there something there for right now?
Yeah, please.
Unrelated. So if we're going to hit time, just let me know. But
No,
Scott has me watching Fringe right now. And I'm asking myself, is there something there around this show? And right now I'm landing on hard no. So anybody that's listening, we talked about Lost a little bit on the last podcast. I am not loving Fringe. And I really need somebody to help me get through these first apparently 13 episodes is the like benchmark.
What, you're at episode 5?
4.
4.
And right now I'm like, this is poorly acted, poorly done, poorly constructed. I hate it.
And I say to Andre, take the first seasons of any great show. You have
the first season of Lost is amazing.
There are exception shows like Lost that have great first seasons, but Seinfeld, The Office, Parks and Rec, right?
I'm trying to be patient.
I'm just saying,
that's just something that I'm asking myself. Is there something there?
Is there something there?
Yeah.
There is something there. If you appreciate science fiction and that whole, it gets good.
Okay.
But yeah, listeners, let Andre know that Fringe is good.
Yep.
If you've watched it. I don't know anybody who's watched Fringe for several seasons and been like, I hate it.
Here, I was reading Reddit because I was like, what are people like me saying about this? And there were mixed opinions. Like people that are like, Fringe is the best show ever. I miss it so much. And people that are like, Fringe. Mm-mm.
Listen, I just feel like if you're fine watching animal hospital shows and
I love animal hospital
I know you have like, if you're fine watching House and these like kind of hokey, like
House is not hokey.
House is a little hokey.
You have bad opinions. But let's get into the meat of it.
All right, meat of it.
Guys, let me know what you think about Fringe.
All right. So I had this idea. It's kind of a lottery system. So the idea is if you had let's say it's an app, some sort of service where every so often I want to roll the dice on winning something. The problem is usually on like raffles and lotteries, I don't know what the sample size is. I don't know or it's like huge. It's like, enter to win. It's one of hundreds of thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
So here's the scenario. The payout is something, I think travel is the easiest one, where it's like a round trip ticket to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And you have 100 people who play. And you pay $3 to $5 to enter.
Okay.
And your odds are, all right, I'm chipping in $3. I'm going up against 100 people. If I win, I get, I get the tickets, right?
Right.
And if I lose, it's $3. That's like I rolled the dice this month. It's like buying a lottery ticket, but the payout is much, much smaller. And the risk is like, and you could do things for $1. You could do things with a little bit bigger pool. You can kind of choose your risk level, the payout or whatever. And you could, on the back end, negotiate something like flights and hotels much cheaper than what they're worth, right? And so while it's like you're getting $1,000 trip, you're actually getting a $600 trip, and then this service is making $400 or whatever.
Yeah. Is there something there? I think there's something there. I think if you could work through, because my brain being what it is, I immediately am like the law, right? Which is gambling. Like there's weird laws around this kind of stuff.
Totally. But it's like a raffle. No, it's like a paid raffle.
There's rules around raffles. Otherwise there would be raffles on every street corner. But so
we're doing a raffle.
Here's what I'm interested in what if they constructed a business where we say a flight to Hawaii, a round trip flight to Hawaii is $800 or whatever the cost would be. And so we take $800 and we got to make money. So we say we want 15%.
Yep.
And then, so we're going to take $800 and we're going to make just enough entries so that we collect exactly the price of the item we're raffling plus 15%.
Yes.
Allowing us to take 1,000 entries or 100 entries or 200 entries or whatever, keep the number of entrants low.
Yes.
The excitement high.
Yes.
But we still make money on the raffle.
Yes.
Really interested in a system.
Because technically they're paying for it. Like it's just like 100 people coming together. Like it's like credit card roulette. It's like one of you pays the bill.
Exactly. Totally legal challenges. But if you could get set up to do what I'm saying,
I think people would.
Oh, I would be so into like quick little fun. 1 in 100, 1 in 200, 1 in 500 games.
Yeah. And it's like $1 to play or $2 to play. Like, I got it.
It's not like if you win, you are a billionaire. No. It's like if you win, you get something.
It's like, I won $100 today. Yeah. I chipped in $2. Exactly. I got 100.
I like where it's not money. I like where it's like an item.
Yeah. It's like it's an iPad or it's a
DJI Mavic Pro. Something I'm trying to get into right now.
Somebody
you might want. I'm really into I think there's definitely something there.
Yeah. So anybody out there who has knowledge of gambling law.
If you're running raffles now, this might be an interesting way for you to restructure your business.
Because, and this probably isn't the best example, but you remember there was like this rise in these, what were they services? It was like this like buzz, like auction websites. Oh yeah,
like penny bid.
Yeah, where it's like you bid and like you
how do those? I mean they have to exist in a similar realm though.
Again, they existed. I am sure most of them are like crap.
Yeah, well, I mean the idea is that to give a little bit of context to people who don't know what we're talking about, there are these like penny bid sites where you basically can get an item for like $350 or whatever, but the way that they do it is you pay for every bid you make. So instead of like on eBay, if I bid $80 on an item, I don't pay that unless I win the auction.
Yeah.
In these, everybody pays every single bid that they make.
You pay $15 for 1,000 bids or something like that.
Yep.
And they're worth a penny or whatever it is.
Exactly.
And that's like,
you pay it every time.
And then there's a timer, like as it times down, and then all of a sudden like 1,000 people are bidding for it. And like, if you happen to be the last one, you might have got an iPad for $100 instead of $600.
But it's a little bit of a scam.
Yeah,
you can tell because the commercials make it feel like
it feels like a super scam. Exactly. So that's why I say like it's not. I would hope it's not in that realm. But if something like that can exist legally,
yeah, I think it is in the realm of that. To be honest, it's like it's somewhere like that. But I'm really interested. Anyway, for sure.
I'd love to hear your thoughts, Thieves, on that. If you can think of a way around that or a way to do it that would be compelling to you, and let us know what you think. What do you think about Kitted, the name? If you or if there are female listeners, if your husband would be keen on that, or maybe maybe there's a larger,
female
listener who would get into knitted. And of course, we want to hear you. You know, I have a couple people who send me good idea, bad ideas. If you have any weird stuff or interesting stuff, things that you think are compelling, send those to us. What are our socials, Andre?
Steal This Idea on Twitter, or go Steal This Idea on Twitter and Instagram. Send us an email anytime at idea@gostealthisidea.com. GoStealThisIdea.com is our website where you can see all of our podcasts, our show notes that we're working on really, really hard, and other details about the show.
We have some real show notes in this episode, hopefully.
Exactly. Share our podcast. Listen anywhere that podcasts can be found. We're on Stitcher and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everything like that.
All that jazz. We appreciate it. We love you guys. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.